when I started white school in the 6th grade, I was so frightened, and I knew they were going to start, and they used to call me queer. Oh, there goes that queer. But the queer was very cute. The queer had everything going.
Whoa, when I make it, this one ain't better for y'all. My out there playing games, right? And I put this on my mama down. See, this was for the ghetto, street life.
Go ahead. And before I moved, there was trouble because I am trans female, transgendered. And they know that I'm medically and legal, and they don't like that. But they tried to block my last surgical procedure, and so far they have. I played piano all my life. I was pre-med major, and I did a lot of things. I've had professional dance class, voice, and everything, and I wanted to go into medicine, true enough, but I also knew that I wanted to perform, And when I found out that I could become who I felt that I was spiritually, now that is what psychiatry says. You don't go by the genitalia, you go by the spirit. And it's true, that's what leads us in life. There wouldn't be, but then you pass it on where? To God. He said, judge you not still, right? Right. Now, all that blah, 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 but he said, let him be the judge, right? Thank you. So they chase me wherever I go. They know that when I helped to start a cowboy cab, the cabbies, the oldest son, Masood Rafi, he gave me his car out at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, the American Airline Terminal. And then the next day, everybody saw me driving his cab, and heads turned, and all the foreigners, they come to me, they say, they say his father is really the Shah. I didn't pay no attention to that. But the Shah brought out his genitalia on me and wanted me to have sex with him.
Oh, wow.
And there the son was massaging me into believing, and I think he's really hidden gay. Want to be what I am or whatever. But I have definitive proof that he is really the Shah of Iran. They say that the Shah went to Egypt. He did not go to Egypt. They went out that anyway.
Exactly.
There was a trail on him, and he faked his death. Yeah, everybody thought he was dead. I knew he wasn't dead. But they helped to dilute Terminal Cab, the blue cab company that was in Dallas. I worked for them too. They went out of business after 2 of the Iranians started. It is a world of chaos out here.
Yeah,
it is so evil controlled, but God said he gave Satan a chance to rule his world to show him that he couldn't, right? And then he would take his world back. So that is what he's doing. Interject. Come on.
Let me first start off by, if you don't mind, giving me your name and how old you are, if you don't mind.
I am Kelly Graham. I was born in Nashville, Arkansas, to Eva Jean Gamble and John S. Graham. My dad was from Tyler, Texas, but his grandparents were in the railroad business and moved to Arkansas, and that's how he met his younger wife, 24 years younger than him. So I have a sister that is 2 years older than me, LaWanda, that bought me out here to Texas years ago because her husband was in architect school, and I, I endured.
How old are you now?
67.
67. Now, you say you were born a boy? And
I was born a spiritual girl.
Spiritual girl.
Get it right now.
Get it right, please, and correct me if
Get it right.
If I get wrong, correct me.
It's a spiritual girl.
Okay.
With male genitals, small male genitals. My mom said when I came out in 1957, she said in rural Arkansas that there were one white doctor and 2 white nurses. She said, Kelly, you should have seen the way they look.
I believe.
Well, they used to dress me in cans and stuff like that, you know, and hold on, to the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Thank you.
Yeah. But anyway, and it's been a problem to be all your life ostracized with. In black school, and I was called sissy naturally. It was just something that was apparent that I had no control over. And then when I started white school in the 6th grade, I was so frightened, you know, and I knew they were going to start, and they used to call me queer. Oh, there goes that queer. But the queer was very cute. The queer had everything going. And the queer was
boys,
very intelligent in school also.
Any boys like you back then?
Of course. You know they do. From day one, when I used to go play with little boys, he'd go in the house, they'd get on top of me. And I knew they liked, because some people just know the truth. Their spirit just tells it. You know, it's nothing that I put on or nothing like that. I try to deny the bullshit, but, you know, every night I'm thinking about a boy in school and white boys, you know, too, that back then in school, I knew they liked me too.
Did they ever try anything with you and tell you to keep it quiet?
White guys.
Anybody? Any boys?
Of course, guys. And I kept it quiet too.
Oh,
shit. Until I announced at the age of like 20 or 21, and it wasn't me. It was my sister that worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Her supervisor had a cousin from Tyler Black that had been total change. And LaWanda suggested that for me, my sister. It wasn't me.
Right.
She knew I was so confused and I was not being known. Well, I was staying on a college campus and they put me on the floor with a white fraternity because they had gay in it, you know, Sigma Alpha Sigma. And we got along just fine, but I was the only black spot up there on that wing. But, you know, I went to my black folks because I'm not biased or nothing. I'm not racist. You know, my dad and my mom didn't permit that because we were religious folks and believed in God. Okay, but if attempted the wrong way, let it alone or whatever, you know. So I had beautiful parents that adored me and that adored community. So my granddad, my mom's dad, he was school board president for 27 years, the Gambles. And then you had the attorneys. My granny, she was dark complected, about your complexion, but she had bone straight hair all the way down her back. And she always kept it in 2 big old braids and wrapped around her head in the country. And you found every house, every mile maybe, with well and everything. She had flowers. People go by and they blow the horn. She never waved. Everybody else waved, but she always.
Wow. So, Kelly, let me ask you, you're out here now. What got you out here, not only to Dallas, but what got you out here?
They have bugged my house. I'm not a treason. Now, if you go to a judge and would prove that a person is a treason, then you're supposed to get a warrant and, you know, to bug a person's house with cameras.
Right.
I know for a fact that they bugged my house. When I first moved to Chicago, it was so much controversy about me being black trans down there because I used to park at the Adolphus Hotel at Neiman's and stuff like that. Well, you know, back then I played basketball and I had ballet and jazz and tap and, you know, and my body was okay, you know. And I used to dress in designer shit and purses because I was into that adult makeup, and I wore my hair longer than what I used to wear. I was the director secretary at Parkland's ER.
Oh, wow.
Years ago, And I used to type correspondence to that clinic. They got Dr. Ron Anderson. Well, it was Dr. Mullins, the chief first, and then he resigned and Dr. Ron Anderson took over. So I had to type the directors, and send it up to the administration. And she was President Kennedy's secretary in the paper, Doris Nelson from North Carolina. And you see right beside that, John Anderson Clinic that was just land years ago, that they built new. They have the Kennedy Memorial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you,
such coincidence.
what did your parents do, and did they accept who you were early on?
Totally. My dad cried.
What did they do? What profession were they in?
They were just. My dad knew everything. He did not have degrees and stuff, but I ain't never ever heard a black man that could whistle as perfectly harmonically as my dad, sing beautiful tap dance. Everybody down there knew John Graham. He had doctor friends, white doctor friends, and I was in their houses in the attic, even as a little child, and carried me everywhere. We traveled everywhere, and he knew the fishing, hunting, and he was the scoutmaster of the school and drove the sports bus. This is an all-black school. It ain't nothing my dad didn't do. But
wow. Was your mother a homemaker?
She was just a regular, she worked at plants.
Okay.
And she worked at this cafe that even white folks, Jenny's Cafe, she was a cook there. And they had the best food ever. My uncle, my granny's brother, had a big old pool hall, Uncle Billy, right on that same block. So we were well known in the community in Nashville, Arkansas, well known. Okay. And church people too, New Life CME Church.
Did the church accept you for who you were?
Of course.
Just making sure.
I ushered in that girl. I didn't play piano for them, but Sunday school sometimes, but I sing in the choir, and I became president of the choir, and I used to go on, youth conferences for the CME churches.
Right.
Yeah.
Has anyone tried to take advantage of you, like aggressively? I know we have a lot going on in the society with sexual assault.
They told me, because now my legs are so messed up, and I have to have a hip replacement and knee replacement. And I have to sleep. It's been so cold. I mean hot. I moved back from Chicago after staying 31 years after I left here to Dallas 5 years ago. And came to the bridge. Stayed there 6 months and got a place and moved out on Ferguson and 635. But my place was bugged there too, like in Chicago. 25 years they have put hidden cameras in my house and followed me. Put somebody over me. God knows this. Every time I go to the bathroom, this person up over me goes to the bathroom.
Oh.
And it became like a prison for me.
Wow.
They followed me and they had radioactive shit in their phone, where it did this to me and stuff like that. Yes.
Did you ever feel it was in your head versus really being bugged?
I know the difference, darling, okay? I know the difference.
Okay.
They used to put on white goddamn sheets and burn our houses down, goddamn it.
Yeah.
And they have not stopped yet. It's evil.
You're from the old law.
Yes. They find something else to do. That's why the devil does.
So what confined you to walk? You said your hip and your knee. How did you hurt your?
It's because of they followed me because they refused to. I've had partial surgery. It's called the orthoectomy. I had that done years ago in Detroit, northern Detroit, where they remove all the male hormones by removing the testes, right, and prep for surgery. They know that's my desire. I feel lost without being completed. Right. I don't understand it. My spirit doesn't. I don't put on, but I have to, throw it away.
So you started the process of?
Yes, years ago, legally, a candidate for surgery. I have to used to have to go to Galveston to where my surgeon was going to perform, and the psych, but I had medical things here too. It cost me money a lot, and that's why I'm not. And then they blocked me from working.
Wow.
They wouldn't hire me here anywhere, and didn't even want me to have goddamn food stamps.
Right.
They wanted me out on the street sucking dicks and shit, and I didn't do that.
Right.
They feel like all girls, especially black transgenders, that Dwayne Wade cried about his child being, and they are trying to organize where they give black transgenders protection. We need it.
Exactly.
Mexican guys come out of their cars trying to jump on me to fight me as if I'm a man.
Exactly.
I don't look like no man. I don't sound like one, and I'm not.
No,
I don't care what people say. This is what my spirit and God speaks to me, that I am who I am.
Very true.
And that's that. What it is I ain't never been the type that go out and have a lot of sex. I have not had sex in a good 10 to 15 years, Now, the drug part. I do about a $5 bag of crack cocaine here and there. They lie and say that I'm one of those high class $300 and $400. That stuff would kill me. I was a medicine major. We used to quantitative analysis have compounds, and we take it and see what chemicals were in it. It's a chemical.
Yeah.
And you don't need to inhale all of that. If you're gonna do it with moderation. Drink. No, don't be a lush, but drink moderately. I have a professional bartending license also.
Wow.
I have done some of everything just to make ends meet. I have a hair license in the state of Illinois doing hair and stuff like that, So whatever I had to do in order to make it, that's what I did.
A marginal amount of crack. When was the last time you done crack cocaine?
Oh, God. Now, why do you have to get that intricate? That's a little personal.
And I apologize for asking.
That's a little personal.
And with that being said, you mentioned Ferguson and coming to here.
Right.
Coming back here.
My first apartment.
Yes.
But wait a minute. I left that apartment because I couldn't even sleep there anymore. That girl, the black girl they had, baby, she had threatened me and called police. Whenever I called Dallas police, they wouldn't come. I got tired of her following me around and then walk out as if she were innocent, y'all, because it was illegal and they would have got in trouble and she would have too.
Yes.
But don't forget, y'all, that is possible. And God knows it is. They put white sheets on and did us, openly, but they can't do that. They have to do it behind closed doors now. That's what it is. So what I did, I went outside in front of everybody. I patted my booty. Because everybody, I drove cabs and everybody, even the kids. Oh, here comes that lady cab. Cowboy cab with the shawl ran.
Right.
So $55 goddamn billion.
So.
And lots of diamonds. I got proof. But anyway.
Wow.
I gave her eat the birdie. She threw ashes down on me, living right over me on my patio, and threw ashes down. You a goddamn fucking man. Blah, blah, blah. She's 40-some years old and got 5 children, but she don't have them. Why haven't she grown up out of that bullshit like that?
Exactly.
And respect me?
Exactly.
I didn't even know her.
Wow.
She would make sounds, loud sounds, and bam. That's to keep me in fear and to keep my mind, what I didn't go through. And when they put roaches, I never had roaches, all kind of roaches and rats started coming in. They did that deliberately. But my car, I should have never ever let Cowboy Cab fix my car. I paid $3,500 all summer long, and I'm on a fixed income only. That's the only thing I get. I was living there in that apartment, but I would come down and they kept my car. And to pass inspections here in the state of Texas, you have to, no more inspection, I heard, but to get your tax. But they never ever fixed where the check engine light would go off.
Yeah.
And that was my main thing. I told them, be sure. And when and I done paid all that money, they told me to get out and never come back.
Oh, no, they can't do like that.
After I done helped to start this bullshit years ago.
Okay, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on...
They never offered me nothing.
Oh, man.
Never offered me nothing.
Wow.
That's wrong.
So let me get your thoughts on the political climate right now. We have Kamala Harris, Indian black woman. We have Donald Trump. Where do you lean, and what does it mean for you in your life?
I have traveled and lobbied in D.C. several times. Once I was coming across I had breakfast, and then at the little church behind the Supreme Court Justice Building. Then I passed and then walked over, and that's the U.S. Capitol and the grounds. And this little lady that was cute was having a press conference. And when I walked by, she stopped the press conference. God knows. She said, "Who are you?" She, 2 years after I'd gone back to Chicago in my apartment, they said, "Well, the House have regained Democrat." Back then, it was George W. Bush, president, Republican, the House Republican, and the Senate. Well, it takes those three jurisdictions to make a law, right? Right, they have to sign off. Okay, so they had control of everything. And when they announced on TV that the Democrats had got control and the Speaker of the House was the same little woman that stopped me, I said, "Oh my God, that is Nancy Pelosi from the San Francisco area," she said. And her dad was a politician.
Wow.
That's right. Well, I lived 2 blocks away from Barack's home.
Wow.
Right. So every time that motorcade come in, honey, I rushed out there, a helicopter in the air, and them 16 motorcycles and every police at every corner, and I've traveled with Dorothy Tillman, Chicago politicians, and Danny Davis. And
so which one has, from Trump and Kamala, which one do you feel has the best?
Trump. Don Trump.
Trump, okay. Does he
He
support transgender?
Was debating with Hillary. He said Hillary was the devil in that debate. Now he doing his nose like this. That motherfucker snorted heroin.
Oh wow! You know one when you see one.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why his wife had to have that heart, because the doctors will tell you medically, heroin has a direct effect on the heart.
Oh wow! Wow.
They ain't who all they say they are. They stole that goddamn election. I just knew Hillary was going to win it, and woke up and.
So you are.
And Hillary is the devil, and that man have done so much. And people that worked in his administration, worked for him, all went to prison. Well, now if you get caught in your home and somebody's in there doing something, you're responsible, right?
That's correct.
Well, why isn't he locked up, y'all?
I'm trying to find out.
Because he know things on some of the world coup that are the leaders and got the money and the power, and they all know shit on one another. So they have to uphold for that. But God is going to bust it.
God is the only.
Like he opened the Red Sea. He gonna work it.
Do you feel the government takes care of transgender rights?
No.
Are they doing better now?
No, not a little bit better, but no. They oh honey, these police officers, they know drug dealers out here. They know all of them smoke that ice and shit in them tents. I don't hang, and maybe when I go get me a nickel and smoke a little bit in my car, I just take a look. They started trying to bust me.
Wow.
Got in my car, stole my purse with my Illinois license. I would not get Texas license. Why? They were going to put M, and I have Illinois license with F, and I am not going back.
Yeah, wow.
I'm going to fight these evil redneck Texan motherfuckers and anybody else for the right of who I feel I am, goddammit, and let God handle it. They've got the fight of their life.
Do you
Anybody.
Do you have your license now, or you don't have a license now?
No, they stole them.
Damn,
Let me
I'm
show
sorry.
you. I've got expired Illinois license.
And it has F on it as female.
Of course. Texas did too. But then they come up with a goddamn law after I moved. After I moved, they stole my bank card, my food card, and had the PIN number to both of them.
Yes.
Now, how did they have the PIN number to both? And I had to order this stuff all over. Then they went the next time, broke in my car and stole my shit. My briefcase with all of my important information. It's so much I have done too for the struggle. I never have pro-crow on my black folks.
Wow.
I'm from the church.
Definitely.
Right. I never have pro-crow. My church in Chicago was Liberty Baptist.
Where's all your family?
49th and King Drive.
Where's all your
Church
family
with the common
at
touch.
now? Your family, where's your family now?
Most of them are in Arkansas. Half of them are dead. And, you know, I'm 67 years old. So half of them are deceased. And the ones left,
Do you want to go back to Arkansas and be around family? Are they more liberal?
in the next year, I'll make that decision.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be getting a place soon, hopefully. And I'm going to see how comfortable, trial and error, I can live with my spirit being comfortable here. But if I can't, because I have been ostracized too much, people that hear that I'm here, they just flood cars passing by to see me.
Wow.
Because they heard about years ago me being that cab driver
Yeah, it's crazy.
that everybody knew about and stuff like that, you know, right.
Let me ask you, where are you going to sleep tonight? Where do you lay
In
your
my
head?
car.
Okay, you're over here
That's
somewhere.
where I sleep. In all this heat in Texas, I couldn't sleep in summer. I had to have them doors open, but God found a way for me to survive.
Okay.
Through it all.
Well, Kelly, with that being said, I definitely want to come back out here and give more grace to you. Thank you for helping us with your story.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
I hope it goes somewhere.
No, it really does, because
And I hope that it is announced too to help that man. I've had, God showed me a picture of him being sent back to his country. He is the Shah of Iran.
Hey,
That's right.
that's crazy.
And they got it hid because of that money. The Bible, what does the Bible say about the money? The love of money is the root to all evil.
That is correct.
That's right. They will do anything, some folks, and they will hide it to their deathbed.
That is correct.
That's right, honey.
Well,
You're damn right.
For the camera, go ahead and say your name again and your age, and then we'll close it out.
I am Cleo, the Cleopatra of the world, darling. I'm Kelly S. Shanice Graham, the daughter of John Graham and Eva Gamma Graham of Nashville, Arkansas.
Kelly, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Whoa, when I make it, this one ain't
Better
for
yet, my
y'all
nigga,
out there playing games.
right and I
Oh
put
no,
this on my mama down.
see this was for the
Ghetto,
street life.
street life.